Welcome back to Nana Debbie's Kitchen. We're going to make pork chops and cinnamon apples. To start off with, I've sliced up apples. I did put lemon juice on them to keep them from turning brown because I sliced these about an hour ago. So they've done pretty good. Alright, I'm going to set that pan aside for a minute. I'm going to add sugar, brown sugar. I'm going to put the melted butter in here in the skillet. Just a little bit of nutmeg. That was probably a pinch of nutmeg. Okay, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Just kind of stir it. We're not going to bake these in the oven. We're going to cook these on top of the stove. So these are more like, instead of baked apples, these are more like fried apples. Now I have some pork chops out. I've set these apples aside for a few minutes. All right, these are some pretty big pork chops. And I've washed these, but I want them as dry as I can get them. So I'm just patting them dry because we want to get a good sear when I throw these in a hot skillet. We don't want to steam them. All right, I'm gonna put some seasoned salt on these. Black pepper. A little bit of salt. I know I've got seasoned salt on there, so I'm not going to add a lot. All right, we'll be back. Okay, we're over at the stove, and I just turned on the burner that I'm going to make the apples in. In this pan, I've got potatoes simmering really slow. I'm going to make some mashed potatoes. So we're going to have mashed potatoes, pork chops with fried apples. I have the apples cooking on a medium heat, and I see they're starting to simmer. See the juices? All right, we're going to mash some potatoes. That's butter, salt, pepper, half and half. All right, I apologize if it'll be loud a little bit because I've got to use my mixer. So nice and creamy. Taste, re-season if you need to. And go again. All right, that's it. These are going to be delicious. Alright, I do that because I want my potatoes just as steaming hot as they are right now. Now we're going to get these pork chops going. Apples are smelling really good. I love that cinnamon. I'm going to make a slurry, which is equal parts of cornstarch and water, but to thicken this, but I'm not going to do it yet. All right, I've got some olive oil in here. I've got my heat on, well, right now I have it on an 8 because I want to sear these things. All right, apples are looking good. They're pretty syrup. All right, I'm turning the apples down on low. All right, I have a 10-inch skillet. This is a 12-inch skillet. This is still really not big enough for this. I'll just have to move these around. You can see the sear I'm getting on it, but I want more than that. I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil in there. I don't really like to have the pan this crowded. I'd rather have them with some space in between. Okay, I have cornstarch and water in equal parts. I'm going to mix this, but you want to stir it till you get all the little clumps out. I'm only going to pour part of it in till I kind of stir this around. So I'm going to turn the heat back up a little bit because I turned it down so low. I'm going to thicken this syrup a little bit. All right, we want to let that cook in a little bit. Let the cornstarch kind of cook out of it some. All right, I'm adding butter to this. That was 2 tablespoons. I apologize it's loud, this stuff frying, and then I've got the exhaust fan going on low because I don't want my smoke alarm to go off. You see, I'm just kind of moving the butter around. So I got to get a different spoon because I just used my one for my apples. Let me wash that spoon. All right, it's not going to hurt the pork chops because we're going to put the apples over the pork chops, but I didn't want to stick that spoon back in here. Oh, this is nice. Look at this now. Perfect. All right, those are done. Turn those off. Okay, I'm going to post this at NanaDebbiesKitchen.com. If you like the video, please click like and subscribe. Thanks.